Let's see how this goes. Not really planning this video. So in the background you can see I have crutches that I no longer have to use because I can walk now. After my Achilles was torn and recovery, I'm now walking. But right now I'm sitting on the floor because it's a bit more comfortable to sit on the floor and study. It's also a natural way to like stretch because I haven't been stretching that much. I've been sitting in a chair for so long, and my butt starts to hurt. By sitting on the floor, I'll show you how I'm sitting. I sit on the floor on this bolster, and I sit either cross-legged or in a straddle split, hashtag dancer life. And the reason why I like to sit on the floor is because of that. It forces me to move and stretch, which is really important for my recovery, and also helps me to focus because I don't get restless because I'm already forcing myself to move, and that allows me to change my position of comfort so that I can continue studying. That's kind of really what I wanted to talk about in this video is the fact that I feel like I'm the king of getting distracted. So I have a lot of strategies I can share with you guys about what it takes to really eliminate distractions so that you can focus on whatever you're trying to achieve. As a student, right now, I'm going into finals season. I have one tomorrow, and I have 3 more next week in my engineering program. And for this entire semester, I found it very difficult to focus. I found it very difficult to remove, or at some points, I deemed it necessary to eliminate certain distractions because I was not able to focus. Like, I was not able to sit down for more than 20 minutes to either read notes, work on questions, like watch videos that explain solutions, which would allow me to better interpret and actually answer other problems. There are so many distractions. So YouTube, social media. I did a video where I talked about how I completely cut out YouTube for an entire week. Oops, notifications. Gonna mute that. Anyways, yeah, I did a video about how I muted, what's it called? I completely blocked out YouTube for an entire week, and that was a really great experience for me because I realized how much thought processing I was giving up, how much thinking I wasn't able to do because I was allowing other people's videos to, I guess, do that thinking for me. That's what I talked about in the video, but it wasn't the only distraction I had. It was just one of the major ones. So I eliminated a lot of other stuff. Right now I haven't been using Instagram that much. Those weren't the hardest things. So maybe in the future I'll talk about the hardest thing it was for me to eliminate, but I've gotten rid of that thing. And it's been hard for the last week, but it has been a week. That and most social media apps I've gotten rid of. But yeah, it's been a interesting time. But my strategies really go to giving things up. Finding somebody, this is the number one strategy. This is the number one way. And I talked about this in another video, but it really is what helps me the most. It's giving your screen time passcode. If you have an iPhone or Apple products, giving your screen time passcode lock away to somebody else. First, setting it up with the things that you want to block. So YouTube, social media, adult content, like setting those screen time settings up to block those things, and then lock those screen time settings with a passcode, and giving that passcode away to friends or family, whoever. They don't even have to be friends or family, just somebody you know you can get in contact with eventually in case you actually need that passcode again for whatever reason. Give them the passcode and just tell them to put it into your device so that you can't use those things. So if you don't want to use Instagram, block it, give the passcode to the friend, and just make sure the friend doesn't let you know it. Tell them, okay, give me a month so that I can detox. So this is a method for detoxing, social media detox, or social media detox, whatever. You can block, there's so many things. You can go into the settings and figure out what you want to minimize or reduce, play around with it. I've had to do a lot of experimenting with this idea of removing things removing these things from my life without me having to use willpower to maintain that level to maintain it. So I didn't want to set a password for myself and then, okay, I really want to use YouTube right now. So I know the password, so I put it in and now I'm using YouTube, and then I end up binging for a good hour. Yeah, that's not the point. You want to be able to not worry about trusting your own ability to avoid the thing. That was what I wanted to give up, because I can't trust myself. That's the thing. You can't trust yourself with certain things that you're addicted to. Sometimes you have to give the control, and as you're going through, I guess, withdrawal, as long as you know you're not going to die from that withdrawal and you're still going to be able to function, even if you'll have moments of cloudy thinking, if you know by giving up that thing you're not going to have some abnormal health effects and you're still going to be able to get through the day, it's just going to be hard, then yeah, give up that control to somebody you trust and who can, I guess, check in on you and help you get through this thing. So that's really the thing. I get distracted by everything. Like when I blocked YouTube, I was searching up car websites because I like cars. I was doing like random comparisons between this EV and that EV, like which I would buy in this scenario, which I would buy in that scenario. I don't have a job, I don't have savings, I don't really have any money. So why am I doing this? But I did spend less time doing that than binge watching content on YouTube. So, or doom scrolling through reels or shorts or TikToks. Like I spent less time doing those things, even though I was spending more time, a little bit more time, doing other mundane, distracting things. Because I'd get tired of those faster, like researching cars, then I'd get tired of just clicking on the next video, clicking on the next video. So, yeah, although I feel like everything distracts me, I know what I can do to eliminate those things despite the pain that I'm going to feel during that process of dealing with not being able to access those things. And I hope after this journey, I'll come out a better person. I got a week and a half before finals are over, and then I'll have access to those things again. Actually, I told my friends to block it until January 1st. So I got like 23 more days before I can access any of those apps again. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see how I detox myself and what I accomplish in this time. Will I pass my exams? That's the whole point, is to pass my exams, really. So we'll see if I get there. Do what you can, do what you must, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.